Originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlyn? Can we come to the event? Positive things. I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic. I didn't hear one thing about there being too much spotlight on Caitlyn Clark.
You know what's wild? The LPGA just schooled the WNBA on how to market a basketball star. Yeah, you heard that right. A golf league showed a basketball league how it's done. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Caitlyn Clark, the basketball phenom, stepped onto a golf course, and the LPGA went crazy. They were all over social media, got TV deals last minute, and fans couldn't get enough. Meanwhile, the WNBA, radio silence. It's like they didn't even know their own star was making waves in another sport. Picture this. Caitlyn Clark, the basketball superstar, suddenly becomes the hottest name in golf. How did that happen? It's like the LPGA pulled off the most unexpected magic trick ever. Let's break it down. The LPGA invited Clark to a Pro-Am event. At first, it wasn't even going to be on TV. Just another day on the golf course, right? Wrong. Fans started going crazy. They were begging to see Clark play golf. It was like everyone suddenly needed to see if this basketball phenom could swing a club.
Golf event. So the LPGA event is expanding its Pro-Am coverage around Caitlyn Clark's participation. Golf Channel's Golf Today.
The LPGA couldn't ignore it. They saw this buzz and thought, we gotta do something with this. So what did they do? They put the event on TV. Just like that, they made it super easy for fans to watch. No complicated subscriptions or anything. Just turn on your TV and boom, there's Caitlyn Clark playing golf. But here's where it gets really smart. They paired Clark with Nelly Korda, their top golfer. It's like they said, you want to see a star? We'll give you two. Suddenly, people who never watch golf were tuning in.
So many eyeballs on Caitlyn, so if they put their #1 golfer, who is currently leading the sport and pushing the sport ahead.
They came for Clark, but stayed for the amazing golf. It's like ordering a pizza and getting a 5-course meal instead.
Because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season.
You know what's crazy? People who couldn't tell a putter from a driver were glued to their screens. The LPGA took a risk and it paid off big time. They showed everyone how to use star power. It's like they found a cheat code for instant popularity. How did the LPGA turn Caitlyn Clark into a golf sensation overnight? They saw an opportunity and grabbed it with both hands. They didn't overthink it. They didn't wait. They just went for it, and bam!
She said what she has done for women's sports and basketball, and to have her at our golf tournament, I mean, I'm like in awe.
Suddenly, everyone's talking about golf. The LPGA basically gave a masterclass in marketing. They took a basketball star and made her a golf sensation. It's like they flipped a switch and suddenly golf was the coolest sport around. They didn't just promote their event, they created a whole new audience. People who never cared about golf before were suddenly experts on the sport. This wasn't just about getting attention for one day. The LPGA showed how to create lasting buzz. They got people excited about golf. They made new fans. And they did it all with one smart move. It's like they found a way to make lightning strike twice. You'd think the WNBA would be all over this, right? Their future superstar was getting attention left and right. But here's the crazy part. The WNBA didn't say a word. Not one tweet, not one Instagram post.
So much buzz online, she was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event.
It's like Caitlyn Clark vanished into thin air as far as they were concerned. While the LPGA was shouting Clark's name from the rooftops, the WNBA acted like she didn't exist. They were quieter than a library during finals week. Can you believe it? Their rising star was making waves in another sport, and they just ignored it. That's not just a small mistake, it's a huge missed opportunity. Think about all those new fans watching Clark play golf. Those could have been new WNBA fans. People were tuning in to see a basketball player swing a golf club. Imagine if the WNBA had jumped on that. They could have said, hey, if you think she's good at golf, wait till you see her on the court. But nope, they let it slip through their fingers like sand on a beach. You know what's even crazier? Fans noticed. They were all over social media, asking where the WNBA was.
Originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlyn? Can we come to the event?
People were scratching their heads, wondering why Clark's own league wasn't hyping her up. It's like the WNBA forgot they had social media accounts. This silence isn't just about missing out on a few tweets. It's a sign of a bigger problem in how the WNBA handles its stars. They've been criticized before for not promoting their players enough. And now, when they had a golden opportunity handed to them on a silver platter, they didn't even take a bite. Experts are saying this sends a bad message. It's like the WNBA is telling its players, we only care about you when you're on our court. But that's not how you build a fan base. That's not how you create superstars. The LPGA showed everyone how it's done, and the WNBA just...
Caitlyn Clark's golf debut just made me so upset with the WNBA.
Sat on the bench. Why are fans going crazy over Caitlyn Clark's golf debut? Because it's exciting, it's unexpected. It's a chance to see a star athlete in a whole new light. The LPGA got that. They ran with it. And now, they've got a whole bunch of new fans who might stick around for more golf. Meanwhile, the WNBA missed out on a chance to bring those same fans to their court. This isn't just a one-time thing. It's part of a pattern. The WNBA needs to step up its game when it comes to promoting its stars. Because if they don't, someone else will.
Positive things. I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic. I didn't hear one thing about there being too much spotlight on Caitlyn Clark.
And next time, they might lose more than just a few social media posts. They might lose their stars for good. The LPGA just schooled everyone on how to market a star. They took Caitlyn Clark, a basketball phenom, and turned her into a golf sensation overnight. It's crazy how they pulled it off.
Debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA.
Meanwhile, the WNBA was nowhere to be seen. They missed out big time. If the WNBA doesn't wake up and smell the coffee, they're gonna fall behind. Women's sports are blowing up right now, and the WNBA can't afford to sit on the sidelines. They've got stars like Paige Buchers and Juju Watkins waiting in the wings. Imagine if they used them like the LPGA used Clark. It's time for the WNBA to step up their game.
So there are photos of Caitlyn and Nelly literally everywhere, and the LPGA was so smart in doing this.
They need to start treating their stars like the superstars they are. Get them out there, get people talking, make some noise. If they don't, someone else will. And next time, they might lose more than just a few headlines. They might lose their place at the top of women's sports for good.